What's up, y'all? This is Paycheck and Red.
And we just wanted to hop on real quick and let you know about Roughneck Beard Company.
As the epitome of growth, beards are often the first impression. Roughneck believes that to make the best impression on the world, that beard should represent you. They believe that every man should have the tools they need to reach their own beard excellence and the confidence to grow personally alongside their facial hair. Itchy, dry, and patchy beards are a problem that no man should have to live with in order to be bearded and proud.
Roughneck Beard Company uses locally sourced, as often as possible, 100% all natural and organic ingredients combined with a fine-tuned balance of science and art to pack the most beard benefit into each of their premium products. Roughneck Beard Company are facial hair professionals. They know beards and mustaches inside and out, and they offer that knowledge to you via these products, in hopes that every beard and beard-to-be will find the tools for the job readily available.
You can go find Roughneck at roughneckbeardcompany.com
and put in promo code Paycheck15 to save 15% off of your order.
Growth in all things.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Johnny Paycheck coming at you from the dirty Duval. It's a great day here in the Sunshine State, so I want to jump on and tell you to quit wasting time going to smoke shops and jiffy stores to get your smoking materials. Enjoy your day and have that shit sent right to your house. Keep it simple, stoner. Stop spending all your De Niro, Scratch, Skrilla, whatever you call it, on all that shit too, and go to dollarblazeclub.com and use promo code CWPR25 and get 25% off. That's the highest discount you'll see anywhere. And if there's one thing the Red knows, it's how high. Timbo!
What's up, party people? This is Conversations with Paycheck and Red.
An inappropriate comedy podcast.
Have you ever taken a photo of your own butthole?
Do you enjoy the smell of hot dog water?
Do you have random conversations about dildos?
Well, this is the podcast for you.
Just two good old boys who have no holds barred conversation.
All while laughing inappropriately.
Yep, that's right, listeners. Paycheck and Red have gotten themselves into another inappropriate conversation.
3, 2, 1. What's up, everyone? Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us again. You may be at work. You may be sitting in your little cubicle. You may be at the house sitting in the recliner with your dick out. We don't know what y'all doing, but we appreciate y'all being here with us. This is an inappropriate comedy podcast. I'm Paycheck, and that other guy is my boy Red.
What's up, party people? This episode is brought to you by Halloween. Trick or treat, motherfuckers.
All of Halloween, again.
All of Halloween. The holiday is sponsoring our episodes. How nice of them.
Shout out to Halloween for sponsoring our podcast.
Yeah.
Before we get started, I just want to mention that today's lunch for all your elementary schools will be pizza tacos, fresh sliced peaches, and corn with your choice of chocolate milk or white milk. So enjoy that.
Yes. And could we get Haywood Jablomi to the office, please? Haywood Jablomi to the office.
And starting a new segment called Deep Thoughts with Uncle Paycheck. Only a small portion of your life is reality. Everything else is an outside invasion, manipulating the truth that is you. Be strong, be vigilant, keep your mind in check, and remember that you are the most important thing in your life. Timbo!
That's awesome. So tell me what you get out of that. What do you pull from that?
Oh man, I don't want to get too deep. You know what I mean? How much time do you have?
Give me the crust.
All right. The crust is that most of the shit that goes on in your life is an outside influence, and you just happen to involve yourself in it. You know what I mean? There's a saying that a bad day is merely your reaction to the events around you. So if you just live your life in your own little shell, you know what I mean, and don't involve yourself with the dumb shit you see on social media, don't involve yourself with, You know, some dummy at the grocery store or road rage, and you just whistle all day long, just whistling and a smiling all day.
Whistling like you're working.
Yeah. If you do that and you eliminate all the bullshit, because there's a reason for everything. There's a reason you see the things on social media. There's a reason you see things on the news. There's a reason why a certain topic is being had at the water cooler. There's an agenda everywhere, and there is evil everywhere. So you have to be that shining light in the dark, evil places. Now, if everybody could do that and concentrate on themselves doing that, everything would be. Dude, you know how hard it is to be a good person?
Oh, dude, I struggle with it every day.
Yeah, but we struggle with it. There's some motherfuckers that walk around out here. You ever know the guy that was a dick just because he's a dick?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm getting ready to tell you about one of them in just a few minutes.
Well, let's hear about it. That's a good segue.
I appreciate the positivity beginning the show, man. That's awesome. I love that. That's cool.
Yeah, we're gonna make that a. You're next. it'll be Uncle.
Mine.
What?
So the next show will be my deep thought.
I mean, be original. You know, come up with your own. Damn, don't be piggybacking on my shit.
I wasn't. I was just merely saying it would be my turn next episode.
Yeah, but you would call it Deep Thoughts with Uncle Red. You know, you can't be.
I wouldn't call my segment Deep Thoughts with Uncle Paycheck.
Yeah. No, listen. So you can't. Yeah. So you can't steal my segment title.
Intimate Thoughts with Red. Bow chicka wow wow.
So also real quick before we get started, we have some people that and we're humbled by it, but we've had some people hang out with us for the long haul. We've been doing this for a little while now, and I got an email from a young lady who claims to be a junior high girlfriend of Mr. Red over here, and wanted to share a story that she had with the junior high Red. So apparently, huh?
Is that right?
Yeah. So
I'm taken aback by this.
Yeah. So I didn't want to read the whole thing in its entirety because she really didn't say whether if I could broadcast this on our podcast or if it was just a little funny story for your Uncle Paycheck. You know, everybody knows that Uncle Paycheck likes some humor. You know what I mean?
Loves a good story.
Yeah, so she tells a story about how you were in junior high and you were in a cafeteria and you spilled mustard on your shirt and you were so embarrassed that you had mustard on your shirt that you walked around for the rest of the day with no shirt on. And every class you went to, you got in trouble because you didn't have no damn shirt on. And they kept trying to put different shirts on you and everything, but you were just, I don't know, I think you were like uncomfortable in your skin in junior high. You know what I mean? You're a ginger. She was probably pasty than a motherfucker. You know, you're
I got big nipples, okay?
See, I pictured you having big areolas.
I have big nipples.
The nipples or
I'm kind of self-conscious.
The nipples or the areolas?
Both. Okay.
Really? Yeah. So I found that to be funny. So it's not a horrible story, you know what I mean? So it's really nothing to be embarrassed about, I guess. But we all have our insecurities and we deal with them accordingly.
I can't walk around with mustard all over my school dust. You know what I mean? Can't do it.
Right.
So I'd rather go without a shirt than walk around with mustard all over myself.
Took his shirt off.
I mean, it is what it is, dude. So, how you been this week, bro?
It's been a rough week, to be honest with you. But we're tackling it 1 minute at a time. See, some people, they do, sorry,
Oh, excuse me. We're trying to do a podcast here.
I don't know. See, this is what I'm saying. It's my week has been so crazy.
Well, please put it on silent.
Right?
I mean, have some respect here. Frank is not happy right now.
Fuck Frank.
So you're looking at me going,
he's here today? I didn't even see him when I come in.
He just got here. Yeah, he just walked in.
Right.
Frank, you're late. We're gonna have to take that out of your paycheck, dude. You cannot be late.
How are you gonna be late?
We've been on air for like 10 minutes now. So I'm sure CWPR is not going to be happy about this write-up. So Be on time next time, Frank. Fuck.
Yeah, or we're gonna have to call your union representative.
Yeah. Local 420.
Yeah. So it's October. It's the holiday seasons. It's the beginning of the holiday seasons because it's all fucking downhill from here if you're a parent.
Say it again.
And more so if you were in a relationship with an individual who happens to also have a family, ironically enough. So not only do you get to eat and enjoy a beautiful Thanksgiving and Christmas meal, but some of you motherfuckers have to eat two of them.
That's the joys of the holidays, man.
So real quick, to all the fellas, ladies, with all due respect, I'm gonna have to ask you to turn off this episode. Please come back though. We want you to come back, but this is more for the fellas. So
This segment is not for you, ladies.
yeah,
This
these next statements.
Oh, excuse me.
I want you to come. I want you to come back and enjoy the rest of the episode because it's going to be a good one. So, fellas, on the day that you're supposed to go to the in-laws for Thanksgiving or whatever, you pick a fight. Pick a fight. You know what I'm saying? Start some shit. Just kick the door in at the house and just start raising hell. First thing in the morning.
Wait a minute. At the in-laws' house?
No, before you go.
Oh.
Yeah. That way.
With the old lady.
Huh?
With the old lady.
Yeah. And then she's mad at you. And she'll be like, you ain't going nowhere with me. And I'll be like, oh, come on. She'll be like, nope. And it's like a punishment for me. Like that's my whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like reverse psychology.
Yeah. Like, you can't tell me what to do. And she was like, you're not going to embarrass me at my family's house. So yeah, that's for free, fellas. Enjoy that.
Feel
Hey,
free.
welcome back, ladies. What'd you say?
So feel free to use that when it will.
Yeah. Welcome back, ladies. See, that wasn't too bad, huh?
Right.
Just a brief exchange of information. Top secret stuff.
A little 30-second segment there.
Yeah, we're part of the He-Man Woman Haters, whatever that. Yeah, it was. What was that?
That was it. That was it. He-Man Woman Haters.
Yeah. All right. Well, getting back to what I was talking about with it being the holiday season. It's the beginning of the holiday seasons, and the very first one is your favorite and mine, Halloween.
Yeah, I love Halloween. I love the fall season, actually. So, I mean, I'm a fan of Halloween in the respects that, you know, the kids get to dress up and go door to door for candy and shit, and you see pumpkins on everybody's lawns, and you know, leaves are changing colors and shit. So it's an atmosphere. You know what I mean? It's a state of mind, if you will.
It is, and more so if the whole community gets involved.
Yeah, when everything starts tasting like pumpkin spice.
Fucking pumpkin spice. Gay?
I think I even seen some pumpkin spice flavored Pepto-Bismol at the grocery store.
So I'm sure
I didn't really, but it would be cool.
I'm sure that all your local Starbucks establishments are hot and heavy with some sort of pumpkin latte, something or other.
What you got going on over there? That's a big old bag of candy you got right there.
Yeah, well, we starting early.
Uh-huh.
See, my memories of Halloween when I was a kid, because, you know, I'm narcissistic and I'm super vain.
Uh-huh.
I remember feeling like a big fucking dummy dressing up for Halloween. Because, you know, when you're a little kid, you can't dress up like a werewolf and not act like a werewolf. You know what I mean? You can't dress up in a Superman costume without at least attempting to fly in that motherfucker, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So wait a minute. Now your vanity started when you were like what, 4, 5, 6? I mean, what were we talking about?
Yeah, but it's because I suffer from like ugly duckling syndrome. You know what I mean? So it was it was almost like I don't know. It's super weird, man. I can't even figure it out. I'm inebriated at the moment. But yeah, it started as far back as I can remember. Matter of fact, and it just came to me. I think one part that had a lot to do with it was when I was looking. I'm a 70s baby, so I remember wearing the ridiculous 70s clothes, like the ugliest green shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just rough material.
I had one, but mine was brown.
Yeah, and I remember as a kid thinking, wow, this is super uncomfortable right now. I am not feeling the material of this motherfucker.
For some reason, I do not like polyester.
Yeah, and corduroys and just weird fucking Velcro high tops, right?
And
But
Velcro high tops.
yeah, but with the clothes came the hairstyle as well. So because I was a 70s kid and my dad is like super country, South Georgia, cotton field type shit, you know what I mean? And his dad was real hard, so all the boys shaved their heads when they was kids. So when my dad had kids, he was like, I'm not gonna make my boys shave their heads. So I was questioned a lot in my adolescent years if I was a boy or a girl.
Right? Yeah, yeah. I had long hair as well, but mine never got past my shoulders. I don't think. But my hair was thick and fucking wiry, so I looked like Bozo the Clown when I grew my hair out.
Well,
I had to get my my aunt who owns a salon or did to thin my hair out when I went to visit her in the summertime.
yeah, I remember that's when you got all the cool haircuts, right?
Yeah, when I got the railroad tracks and she would put the gashes in my eyebrows for me and shit.
Yeah, I rocked the old eyebrow buzz. See,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
me,
yeah.
I had like curly hair, but then as it got longer, it became more like wavy hair. So no bullshit now. Like all my school pictures from from back then, my hair looks like a big bell on my head, like a Darth Vader helmet.
Yeah, you you had that surfer wave thing going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, one thing that pisses me off, so my daughter's boyfriends came over and hung out a few nights ago, and both of those fucking assholes are rocking the dopest mullets I've ever seen.
Dude, the mullet's coming back, man. I'm actually really pleased with the hairstyle of choice going on right now. The fucking mullet's making a comeback.
Yeah.
I've actually contemplated like doing my own, but I'm getting a little thin on top. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I would look like a pervy middle school principal if I had a mullet with no. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm actually,
It would wind up being the Billy Ray Cyrus thing.
yeah. See,
This up front, party in the back. Kind of.
yeah.
I'm not
Well,
cool to pull off the Kentucky waterfall. Just
no. Well, I'm attempting a mullet, but mine's more of a faux hawk. You know what I mean? Like I
that
ain't
would,
dude.
that would be a mullet mohawk.
Yeah, like dude, I haven't shaved or even cut the middle part of my hair up top and in the back for about 2 months.
I bet it's driving you crazy. Ain't
Nah, dude, I love it. I'm so close to having a fucking rat tail back there.
it? Okay, well, if you do, you have to braid the end of it.
But you know, I told these little fucking assholes when they come over here with their epic fucking mullets, dude, they were rocking the exact same fucking mullet that I did for my entire junior high. You know what I mean? Like it's your basic mullet, but you kind of shave it on the sides up a little bit more, and you put two lines on both sides.
The old classic railroad track, man. That's
Yeah.
classic. I dig it. I dig it. I think I've actually seen a few snippets of that on social media, I believe.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah.
All right, so with it being October, it's Halloween. This is yet another Halloween episode. You're welcome. And today's episode is, I'll tell you what, you tell them, Red.
Trick or treat etiquette. The do's and don'ts, the ups and downs, the yeses and the nos of trick or treat.
The do's and don'ts. And
So,
oh, I'm sorry.
that being said, Paycheck, why won't you tell these fine people what the number one thing? Well, we always do these backwards. I think we should start from the bottom and go to the number one thing.
We'll do that next time. We'll start at number 10.
Next time, we did have these in chronological order. So, yeah, I guess why don't you tell the fine people what the first one is?
Number 1, never trick or treat with your dick out.
That's a must. You cannot show up to people's doors and knock with your cock and balls pushed out of your costume and expect to say trick or treat and not get a little gaze at the ball bag. You know what I mean? You can't do that.
Yeah, fellas, come on. We all know it.
It makes the whole thing really uncomfortable for both parties, the trick or treater and the trick or treatee.
Yeah, and let's be real, fellas. We've all seen what it looks like flaccid. Okay, it's not very what's the word?
Becoming?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a little slug that you poured salt on. You know, I mean, that motherfucker's all shriveled up and shit.
little grub worm with a turtleneck on.
Yeah, sleeping on a beanbag.
Yeah. Chilled out on the couch eating Cheetos, watching TV.
Yeah, like he owns the fucking place.
Right. Get a fucking job, get a haircut. Damn it.
Well, these days they do get haircuts.
These days they do. You're correct.
All right, number 2.
Number 2, ladies and gentlemen, always, always, always keep your costume choice and plans in check. You cannot just go out there and pick a costume all willy-nilly. It has to be appropriate for the party or trick-or-treat occasion at hand. It's different every year.
Yes, and I suggest you use the 6P system. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance. So if you wait till like 2 days before Halloween, you know, your costume is not going to be all that great. If you wait the day before Halloween, it's going to be less great. But let's say 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, I'm pretty sure you can come up with a pretty dope Halloween costume if you use the 6P system, of course.
Now, if you show up at Walmart, like you said, a couple of days prior to trick-or-treating, you only going to get what's left. You're not going to get the cream of the crop and the pick of the litter here. You're going to get what's left that everybody else didn't want. So
you're going to have to do a costume a la carte at that point.
Right. Yeah.
All the bag costumes, they're gone. You got to start. Well, this will work. Oh, this will work with this.
Start putting costumes together and making your own shit.
Yeah.
This is Superman Zombie Princess.
Yeah.
With an Iron Man mask on.
I'm pretty sure. Excuse me. How rude. Excuse me.
You need to put them Cadillac cigarettes.
I'm pretty sure I went as a zombie as a kid.
Every year?
No, not every year, motherfucker. You said the same thing to Delvin.
Well, no, I mean, we were talking about like your the earliest memory you have of your first trick-or-treat costume. And it was a zombie?
No. That was just one of many that I remember as a kid.
Now, see, that goes back to saying the whole, you can't make your decisions about your trick-or-treat costume like two, 3 days prior to Halloween. And if you do, you're going to wind up having to make your own shit, which kind of segues into number 3. You want to tell me what number 3 is?
Yeah. Number 3, making or purchasing said costume. So you can make one or you can purchase it.
You got to be on your game when you're picking your Halloween costume, because if you go to Lazy Way and you want to pick one from the store, I mean, there are some pretty dope Halloween shops around, and they always pop up at the abandoned Kmarts during Halloween. And you can usually find a pretty dope costume in there. But if your mom and daddy can't afford it, or you want a budget and you can't afford it as an adult, you go to Walmart or you make up your own shit. So if you wait to the last minute, you have to make your own. Yeah, Walmart.
Well, nowadays they have actual Halloween stores that open up, you know, for like the month of October, and that's it.
That's what I just said. I just said that. I said every now and then you'll find Halloween stores that pop up in abandoned Kmarts.
Yeah, and then disappear.
Yeah, and there's the Halloween spirit stores. They pop up everywhere and they disappear.
But that shit's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
My family went as the Purge between the 5 of us. So the 5 of us dressed up in air quotes Purge outfits.
Mm-hmm.
And but it was super dope, man.
You went trick or treating like this?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. Yeah, we went trick or treating like that. I didn't go trick or treating per se.
Right.
I was part of the trick or treating process.
You were the hang around.
No, I was the parent.
I was the chaperone, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I was the figure. Okay.
I was adulting.
I was the leader of this purge. Okay, I was the leader.
But I had a crazy mask, and I had the 2 the ninja swords. But they're shorter. They're shorter.
Katanas.
Yeah, katanas. Had 2 of them, you know, in the X pattern on my back. I wrote the boyfriend killer on my mask. It was this whole production.
So you were like the Purge version of Raphael the Ninja Turtle?
Yeah, it's Halloween, man. We're keeping it PG. I'm in my 40s. I haven't been to a Halloween party in a long time.
Right. I feel like I should, though. I feel like that's my thing, but I can never find one to go to.
We gotta have friends to do that.
Right? Yeah, I don't have any of those.
You and your wife should just have a costume party together.
Yeah. For my birthday suit every year. All right. So that being said, number 4 would be never, ever, ever let your mama or your wife pick your costume.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. You know, and for all the fellas, don't get suckered into the whole couple costumes. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like fucking one Scooby and one Shaggy.
Okay, babe. Okay, I have the greatest idea. You be
Yeah.
thing 1, okay? You be thing 1, and I'll be thing 2, okay?
They start planning it in like April.
Where you go, you and your friend group go as a bunch of fucking M&Ms. I've seen that shit too, or crayons.
I mean, you might as well have a joint social media account at that point.
I did actually see a clever one on social media the other day. It was the dad of was a family went out trick or treating with his family. It was the man, his wife, and their 3 children. Damn, I can't even talk. So they were all witches, right? They all had green faces, witch costumes on, and this man was standing there with a sloppy Joe man witch costume on.
What?
Yeah. So the joke was he was the man witch.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty damn clever.
Did you see the one of the man dressed up as a bag of cocaine?
No, I did not.
Yeah, he's wearing all white, and the costume is really just a sandwich bag with a hole in it.
Right.
And he puts it over his head to where the bag is almost like he's wearing it like a bib.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a big bag, so he it goes down to like his knees, and there's a white powdery substance at the bottom of it. Where he found such a big ass Ziploc bag is beyond me, but he pulled it off.
You can find anything on the internet.
Oh yeah.
All right, so tell them what number 5 is, bruh.
Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Never use your mama's makeup or hand-me-down clothes as a costume.
Oh.
If you're gonna do it, don't go cheap with it.
Yeah, you was a little kid, you want to go as a clown or maybe a hobo or a zombie.
30-year-old housewife.
Yeah, or something. Or a 30-year-old housewife. Yeah. Don't use your mama's makeup for clown makeup. Don't use your mama's makeup for zombie makeup, and God forbid, do not use your mama's makeup to be a hobo. You want to put her eyeliner, color in your teeth with her eyeliner and shit to make it look like you missing teeth, red and black around your eyes and make it look like you ain't had no sleep and all that kind of shit, and the eyeliner shit to make it look like you got a beard. Don't be doing just go buy the real makeup and do that shit. It lasts a lot longer.
Well, Frank just slid me a little note for PC purposes. We have to mention also not to wear your dad's makeup, if that be the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got to be PC. Thanks, Frank. You need to mind your business, Frank.
This is his business.
I know. I'm just, mind your business, Frank.
You know how many lawsuits we've dodged in this short time period we've been doing fucking a podcast?
Right. Thanks to Frank. Good job, Frank. Good job.
Like a good neighbor.
Frank's always there.
Yeah, he is. Well, Frank. He's a crazy motherfucker now. We went camping in Cancun one time. Craziest time I've ever had.
You went camping in Cancun?
Yeah.
Please tell me how that relates to anything we've been talking about.
Frank was there.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. That joke totally went over my fucking head.
How does that relate?
Yeah, if you put a cape around my neck right now, I would be super stoned. You heard? All right, so number 6 of the trick-or-treat etiquette rundown. Never find yourself where a seance is being performed.
Yeah, and that's important. You know, you want to check your surroundings, especially as you're walking up onto somebody's property. I mean, think about how crazy trick-or-treating really is. Oh, yeah. Little kids are walking up to strangers' houses and knocking on the door and saying trick or treat. So, it's pretty fucking sketchy.
Yeah, I mean, this also pertains to, the younger adults, the teenagers when they're out going to these Halloween parties and shit. And you're hanging out with your friends and everybody's passing a doob or something. Somebody gets up to go take a piss. And you come back and the lights is off and the candles is lit and all you hear is yama, 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 yama. Yama, 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 yama. Yeah. You need to dip out right then. As soon as you see that shit, get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, because they might be on some of that PCP. Or wait a minute, that's old school. You might be on some of that methadone or that or that crystal. What's up with all the meths? There's a lot of meths going around. Methadone, crystal meth,
Methamphetamines.
yeah.
Methamphetamines with an F, sir.
Two of them, two F's.
Yeah, in bubble letters, just the F's.
But it's meth and his boy Fetamine.
Yeah, meth and amphetamine. They both they both get ready to fuck you up.
Hey, look, there's methamphetamine.
Number 7.
See, this is why you don't do a podcast when you're intoxicated.
It turns out to be.
This is not a shit show. This is going very well.
It is. I take that back.
All right. What are we on? Number 7?
7. Hit them with it.
Oh man, I really wanted to do number 8. Can you do number 7?
Yeah, I'll do number 7. Fuck it. When you're walking down the street and you bebopping down the street, going to the next house with your friends, you got you a big old fat sack of candy. You proud of that motherfucker, and your arms hurting because you dragging it around all these fucking houses.
A big old pillowcase.
Yeah, keep a good grip on that motherfucker. Twist the end of that son of a bitch up around your hand one time. Keep a good grip on that motherfucker. Because older kids will run by and snatch your shit.
Yeah. And probably even kick you while they're smoking blunts and drinking 40s.
Yeah.
I'll take somebody snatching my bag, but I will not tolerate somebody snatching my bag and smoke while they're smoking blunts and drinking 40s. You know what I mean? That's where I draw the line.
I'd be totally offended.
Yeah.
How dare you take my candy while you're smoking a blunt, sir?
Is that a Dutch cigar?
Motherfucker, I smell Swisher Sweets. Get your ass out of here. Give me my damn candy back.
All right, number 8.
Number 8.
Ever use your pimp hand to get the candy?
Wait a minute. You want to elaborate on that? Never use your pimp hand to get candy. What the fuck does that mean, sir?
So when you go to a house and you say trick or treat,
mm-hmm.
You don't want to. Some people get a few pieces of candy and put it in your bag. Some people hold the bowl out for you and allow you to pull out one piece or two. They usually tell you, get one each or whatever. Mm-hmm. You never want to reach, into that bowl or whatever with your pimp hand. You want to use something else. You know what I mean? Something else, the other hand. I mean, because
wait a minute. So does the pimp hand just grab too much candy, or is it just uncouth to use your pimp hand to get candy out of a bowl?
No, it's because
reason.
It's trick or treat. So it might be a trick. That guy might have his dick in the damn bottom of that bucket. You don't want to reach your pimp hand in there. You know what I mean? And come across and grab a little dick. I'm pretty sure.
Gummy worms in here, man. What the fuck you need to?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you lose your pimp card if you're holding a dick.
Yeah, with your pimp hand.
Yeah, with your pimp hand.
Yeah, you definitely get your pimp card pulled.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So respect the pimp hand, maintain it. You know what I mean? And don't put it where it don't belong. And trick or treat. Again, you're in some strange dude's house, and he's got a bowl of fucking candy.
Right. And he's got a hole in the bottom of the bowl with his junk in it.
Yeah, possibly.
Possibly. Allegedly.
I mean, I don't want to speculate or nothing.
Right. I don't want to speak nothing into existence.
Yeah. Trick or treat's canceled this year, guys.
Right. Yeah. Paycheck and Red, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Paycheck and Red said it first.
That's actually why I've never really been a big fan of Halloween and trick or treating. I just worry about, ending up with a dick in my hand. You know what I mean?
That's my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Fear. That's why I don't treat anymore, because I always wind up with a dick in my hand every single year.
No, I don't wind up with one. I fear. Damn, what kind of neighborhood do you think I live in?
I don't know, man. It is Florida, so.
You do hear a lot of stories about that Florida man.
Yes, you do. Let you mention it.
All right, well, tell them what number 9 is.
Oh, man. This is important because I see this a lot. This has been a rule since the beginning of time, since I've been trick-or-treating. You always hear when you was a little kid, not to eat no candy until your mom and daddy checked it out first, right? Because there might be drugs or needles or razor blades or some dumb shit like that in it, right?
I think it's any candy, not no candy.
Whatever.
Don't eat no candy.
Whatever. I don't give a shit. Anyway, I just want to make a PSA right here real quick that parents, listen up really close.
Yeah, parents.
Parents, drugs are too motherfucking expensive to be putting in your kids' candy. If I go out there and I buy a sack of beans for $50, I am not going to shove them motherfuckers in a piece of caramel.
Yeah, right.
I'll eat them motherfuckers if I spent money on them.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We are not putting drugs in your kids' candy.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I've ever heard a reliable news story that it actually happened.
Yeah.
I think it's just a myth to scare kids into not eating candy.
Yeah. Could be.
And didn't you say earlier it was all an agenda?
Yeah. It's all an agenda.
Conspiracy, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. So you heard it here first. There are no drugs in your kid's fucking candy. And if they was,
Somebody dropped it in there by accident.
yeah, I'd be snatching everybody's bag.
Hell yeah. Let me go through your candy real quick.
Yeah. I gotta re-up.
Pick all these weed gummies out of here real fast. That does not happen.
Yeah, I can't tell you when the last time I went trick or treating and somebody gave me a fucking brownie with some of that indica in it. You know what I mean?
You ever been trick or treating and you go to somebody's house and then you knock on the door and the old lady comes to the door? She got a bowl full of fruit to give you. She give you an apple or orange or maybe a banana or something.
But here's the crazy thing about trick or treating.
Treat.
What's that?
I said maybe a Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah.
There you go, Sonny.
A keychain.
Here's a pamphlet about Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus. We don't celebrate Halloween, but put this in your bag. But see, the crazy thing about the whole safety thing where parents say don't eat any candy till you get home and we check it out. Most parents don't check it out. They'll pull it up, they'll spread it out on the floor and they'll graze their hand across all the candy. You know what I mean? Like it's some sort of fucking drug detector or something. You know what I mean? They just spread it out.
You know what my version of inspecting the candy for drugs is?
Eating it.
Picking all the Hershey's chocolate bars out of it.
Yeah.
Can't eat these. These got drugs in them.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't never heard the story about the old man that put all the drugs in the Hershey candy bars at Halloween?
Yeah. I have a rule at my house to where if I'm taking you trick or treating, then I get all the candy that looks like a turd. If it don't look like a turd, you can have it. But if it looks like a turd, then that's mine. That's my trick or treat tax.
What is that? Tootsie Rolls, Snicker Bites,
Anything good.
Milky Way bites.
It's we taxing that ass.
Yeah, I'm driving your ass around a trick or treat tax.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I called it the dad tax. I'm pretty sure last year.
Mm-hmm.
I made them cough up their dad tax because look, I am not gonna go to work after Halloween in front of all the fellas and not have any fucking trick or treating candy. You know what I mean? That'd be embarrassing.
Right? You be walking around all day. All right, fellas. What's going on, fellas? And you over here eating candy all day and just putting them in your shirt pocket, pulling out Tootsie Rolls and shit. Hey, you want a piece of candy? A piece of candy here. All right, now get a piece of candy right here. So you want tell these fine people what number 10 is. Tell these fine people what number 10 is.
See, number 10 is just it's equally as important as the ones that were mentioned prior. Number 10 is don't masturbate in your costume, okay? Especially if you were one of those people that followed the 6P system. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Uh-huh.
So if you did well in picking your costume and planning it and everything, then you probably got a pretty nice costume. So if you masturbate in it, you know what I mean, it's going to be dried up. You end up scratching yourself next year.
Yeah, you have little sperm crusties in there. You might scratch the head on there with it. That's can't do that.
Yeah, you remember those old school masks where you couldn't hardly breathe in those motherfuckers? You thought you was going to suffocate. And they was always like real wet and moist and slimy because
they were plastic. Mine was He-Man.
Yeah, I think mine was the Incredible Hulk.
Oh yeah.
But I remember like just it was humid in that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Somebody's breath stinks.
Yeah.
Wait, that's fine. Never mind.
I think I did most of my trick or treating with my mask up on my head.
Yeah, up here.
So it was like the Hulk costumes, and then I had like this old white peanut head sticking out. Talking about trick or treat.
Yeah, your mama took your older brother's button up shirt and cut the sleeves right there, made it raggedy in the pants too.
Yeah.
You had the
In green paint.
Incredible Hulk mask on your head.
Yeah.
I think I was Incredible Hulk one year, actually.
He's my favorite superhero.
Incredible Hulk, dude. There's so many more superheroes besides Incredible Hulk.
No, but I liked the Incredible Hulk.
You were just infatuated with Lou Ferrigno back in the day, weren't you?
No, dude, I didn't. I'm not a big fan of Lou Ferrigno.
No.
No, I mean I liked watching the Incredible Hulk, but the way the Incredible Hulk looks like in today's times is dope.
Oh man, the old school Incredible Hulk's the best.
Lou Ferrigno?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was the best back then. Not today. Okay, we on some CGI shit now, bro. You don't get any better than CGI. You're telling me that Lou Ferrigno looks better than fucking the Hulk in the Avengers movie?
Yeah, but that's just because the technology's different, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right, it was the best Hulk Hogan.
Hey, brother.
Anyway, brother, here's Wonderwall.
Somebody say Hulk Hogan.
Man, we got Hulk Hogan in the studio tonight. Damn.
Oh, yeah. We also have Macho Man Randy Savage. Dude, go away with all that craziness, bro. You were too high strung for me.
You got spit all over the microphones and shit.
Yeah, I see veins in your neck.
Yeah, you need to calm down there, Macho Man. You're gonna have an aneurysm, bro.
Why are you so tan? It's like fucking October.
Can you even see out of those glasses, dude?
Yeah.
What's up with that fucked up cowboy hat? You know people don't wear shit like that.
We all know you're receding and you're using the fucking cowboy hat to cover that little thin. But you know, it's weird. People.
That's the mullet that I'm worried about having right there. Is the Macho Man Randy Savage mullet? That's the one I'm worried about having right there.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Because I would so comb that motherfucker over from the back. Way like a pervy middle school principal.
Hell yeah.
We're running in the hallway. Hey, slow down.
Vice principal.
Always tugging on your belt.
with your corduroy suit.
Yeah.
Brown in color, of course, because that was the thing back then. Yeah, so there you have it. Trick or treat etiquette.
Trick or treat etiquette.
Number 1 was never trick or treat with your dick out. Number 10 was don't masturbate in your costume.
Yeah, it went from one extreme to back to the same extreme. We went full circle here, I think.
Frank, who chose these 10? Where did these 10 come from? A poll? You took a fucking poll and these were the answers?
Jesus. Who did you poll?
Yeah, right?
Jeez. I know, Frank, you're just doing your job. I get it. You're already late. You ain't got room to talk shit tonight, okay?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's still under his 90-day probational period.
That he is. He only has a few weeks left, though. You better tighten the fuck up.
Yeah, so good news. Due to popular demand, we're probably going to get our Patreon account back up and running.
Yes, sir.
So it depends on you if Frank is able to stay or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. These people are going to pay your salary from now on, Frank. So
yeah. So we need original, inappropriate, comedic content for each episode, and if that doesn't happen, then our listeners are not going to want to check out our Patreon and donate. You know what I mean? And you're not going to have a salary, so I mean, you could probably be an intern here.
Yeah, unpaid intern. That's exactly what. So I don't know who you polled for this one, but these things are all over the place. This is preposterous, Frank.
Yeah, and a bit pervy. I mean,
masturbates in a Halloween costume, dude. I mean, seriously. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the word dick was mentioned several times throughout.
Several times.
That's really inappropriate. Okay, we want to be inappropriate, and I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I'd like for there to be a little bit more thought in the amount of inappropriateness.
This isn't Family Feud, Frank. You don't get to pick the 5 best answers.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
All right, there it is. Another episode, another etiquette episode, which is one of my favorites. So there it is. You got anything to add? What's the time? What's the time on this?
About 45, 50 minutes, maybe.
Right on schedule.
Yeah.
All right.
Check us out on Twitter at Paycheck and Red, on Facebook at Paycheck and Red. We even have a YouTube channel now. We've had one for a while, but for some reason it's gained a lot of popularity.
Yeah, we're borderline viral right now.
Yeah, so the Paycheck and Red podcast on YouTube. Subscribe, hit that little bell notification, and every time we put out a new episode, you'll get a message on your phone that lets you know that we have a new episode.
Yeah, so hit all that shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker.
There it is. That's all we have time for today. See ya.
Later.
You've been listening to the Paycheck and Red podcast. Check out Paycheck and Red on Facebook at Paycheck and Red and Twitter at Paycheck and Red. And don't forget to subscribe to Paycheck and Red on YouTube at the Paycheck and Red podcast.